Dax Ryen touched down on the barren surface of Asog, dust and gravel, scattering beneath the landing gear of his aging starship. The engines hissed and moaned, evidently displeased with the planet's hostile environment. Dax couldn't blame them. He didn't want to be here either, but options were limited when you were a Jedi on the run. Exiting the cockpit, Dax surveyed his surroundings, rocky terrain that stretched as far as the eye could see, pockmarked by the craters of meteor impacts. The sky was a muted, dusky purple, lacking even the faintest glimmer of a sun. He took a deep breath, pulling his brown cloak tighter against the biting wind that swept across the lifeless landscape. This would do. This had to do. Dax had barely begun unloading his supplies when a beeping sound alerted him to an incoming transmission. His starship's outdated comm system flickered to life, and Zuckuss, the fearsome Gand bounty hunter, appeared on the screen. Dax Ryen, your reputation precedes you, but not even you can escape the hound's tooth. Dax gritted his teeth. So, word had spread even to the fringes of the galaxy. His fall from grace was now a commodity, a bounty to be claimed. But he had no intention of going quietly. In that case, Dax replied, let's not waste any time. Shutting off the transmission, Dax hurriedly grabbed what he could: food supplies, a blaster, and a small device that had been his secret project over the past few months. As a Jedi, he had trained to rely on his lightsaber, but circumstances had changed, forcing him to adapt. The device was an experimental visual aid, crafted to harness the Force in a way that could compensate for his recent loss of sight. But it was still untested. Stowing his gear, Dax set off. He knew Zuckuss wouldn't be far behind, but for the first time in a long time, he felt an inkling of hope. With each step, he embraced the harsh elements of Asog, letting the cold, the wind, and the desolation to temper his spirit. Here, in this forsaken world, he would stand his ground. In the distance, another starship entered the atmosphere, its descent marked by a fiery trail in the sky. Dax knew that his past had finally caught up to him, but so be it. On Asog, he would face it, ready to confront not just Zuckuss and his pursuers, but also the inner demons that had led him to this moment. And in that confrontation, he would find either redemption or oblivion.